What if I told you that the financial habits most likely to destroy your future are the ones that feel the most responsible right now? Not gambling, not reckless, out-of-control spending, not ignoring your bills. No, the normal stuff. The stuff your parents did and swore by. The stuff your coworkers do without thinking. The stuff that every article about saving money actually recommends to you. Today, I'm going to show you 7 money habits that feel completely reasonable, even smart, but that are quietly costing the average person somewhere between $600,000 and $1 million over their working lifetime. And for every single one of them, I'm going to show you the exact replacement behavior that actually builds wealth instead of draining it. Fair warning, you probably do at least 3 of these right now. Most people do 5 or more. So let's go find yours. Habit number 1, upgrading your lifestyle every single time your income goes up. This one feels like a well-earned reward, and that's exactly what makes it dangerous. You worked hard. You got the raise. You deserve to live a little better. And honestly, the first time you do it, it probably is fine. The problem is when it stops being a choice and becomes a reflex. Every raise immediately turns into a bigger apartment, a nicer car, better restaurants, more travel. Your income grows 25% over 5 years, and your lifestyle grows 23% right alongside it. And your savings rate? Unchanged. Maybe even worse than before. So here's the replacement behavior. When you get a raise, redirect the first 50% of the increase directly to savings or investment. Automatically. Every single time. You still get to celebrate. You still get to upgrade your life with the other half. But half of every raise goes to your future self first, before you can adapt to it. This one change, done consistently over a career, is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Habit number 2, saving whatever happens to be left at the end of the month, after you've already spent everything else. This is the most universally practiced bad financial habit in existence, and it's brilliantly disguised as being responsible. I save when I can. I put away whatever's left over. It sounds so reasonable. But here's the problem. There is almost never anything left. Parkinson's law states that work expands to fill the time available for it. The financial equivalent is just as ironclad. Spending expands to fill the income available. If the money is sitting in your checking account, it will always, somehow, find something to be spent on. So here's the replacement. Automate your savings before the paycheck ever hits your checking account. Not the leftovers, the very first slice, off the top. And here's the proof it works. Even $100 a month automated before you can touch it outperforms $300 a month saved when I can by 2 to 3 times. Because consistency beats intention every single time. Habit number 3, making only the minimum payment on your credit cards every month. It feels fine because the bill gets paid and the account stays current. So let me show you what it actually costs. Picture a $5,000 credit card balance at a 24% annual interest rate. Completely ordinary today. The minimum payment is typically about 2% of the balance, or around $100 a month. If you make only that minimum payment, it takes 22 years to pay off the balance. 22 years! And by the time you're finally done, you'll have paid over $7,000 in interest on a $5,000 purchase. The credit card company collected $12,000 from you in total for a $5,000 debt. So here's the replacement. Always pay more than the minimum, no matter what. Use the avalanche method. Attack the highest interest rate first while paying minimums on the rest. Even adding just $50 a month above the minimums cuts years and thousands of dollars off that timeline. Habit number 4, financing things that go down in value. The car is the biggest and most common example by far. The average new car payment in 2026 is $740 a month. The average used car equivalent is $350 a month. The difference is $390 a month, and here's where it gets staggering. $390 a month at a 7% annual return over 40 working years, the span of most careers, comes out to $1.04 million. Yes, $1 million in car payment differences alone over a career. And it's not just cars. It's furniture bought on credit. It's electronics financed at 0% for 18 months that somehow quietly becomes a revolving balance. It's vacations put on cards. Anything that loses value the moment you use it, financed over time, is simply a wealth transfer, straight from your future self to the company selling it to you. So here's the replacement. If it depreciates and you can't pay cash for it, don't buy it. Or buy the used version at a fraction of the financed cost and invest the difference. Habit number 5, not knowing exactly how much you spend every month. The average American underestimates their subscription spending alone by $133 a month, and subscriptions are just one single category. When surveyed, most people estimate their total monthly spending at $200 to $400 below the actual figure. They've simply forgotten the annual charges that bill once a year, the fees that quietly auto-renew, the small, regular purchases that never really feel like spending in the moment. But here's the iron rule. You cannot manage what you do not measure, and you absolutely cannot protect a gap you've never even identified. So here's the replacement. Once a month, set aside 30 minutes and review every single transaction from the previous 30 days. Total it up. Name every category. Find the surprises, and there will be surprises. This one habit, done monthly, tends to reduce spending by 10 to 15% all on its own, without any active effort or deprivation, just from the awareness it creates. Habit number 6, borrowing from your 401k or taking out a HELOC to cover everyday expenses or a financial emergency. It feels smart in the moment. The money's just sitting there. It's your money, and you'll pay it back. So here's what it actually costs you. A $40,000 401k loan, paid back over 5 years, costs you all the compounding on that $40,000 during those 5 years. At a 7% average return, that's approximately $16,000 in lost growth right there. But that's not even the full cost. Here's the real danger. If you separate from your job during the loan period, which 1 in 4 people do, the entire outstanding balance instantly becomes taxable income, plus a 10% penalty on top. On a $40,000 loan, that could mean $15,000 to $18,000 in taxes and penalties, all at once, at the worst possible time. So here's the replacement. Keep 3 to 6 months of expenses in a liquid high-yield savings account, so you never need to raid your retirement in the first place. The emergency fund is not optional. It is the insurance policy that protects every other financial decision you've made.
Habit number 7, and this is the most expensive one of them all. Waiting until later to get serious about saving. I'll start when I make more money. I'll contribute more after the car is paid off. I'll max the 401k next year, I promise. So here is the math that makes waiting the single most destructive financial decision most people ever make. $200 a month, invested at a 7% annual return, starting at age 25. By age 65, that becomes $524,000. Now, take the exact same $200 a month, the exact same 7% return, but start at age 35 instead. By 65, that's only $243,000. A 10-year delay on just $200 a month costs you $281,000. And here's the gut punch. Not because you spent that $281,000. You didn't. You lost it because you let compound interest work against you for 10 extra years by simply not being in the market. So here's the replacement. Start now. Not next month, not when you have more, not when it's easier. Now, with whatever number you can actually do. Because the exact amount matters far, far less than the start date.
So let's add this all up, because the truly devastating part isn't any single habit on its own. It's what all 7 of them together cost you over a full career. Lifestyle inflation. Redirecting just half of each raise for 30 years is conservatively $150,000 to $300,000 in lost compounding. saving leftovers instead of automating, 2 to 3 times less saved, which is $100,000 to $250,000 over a career. Minimum payments. A $5,000 balance costs $12,000, and most people carry that multiple times over. Call it $20,000 to $50,000 in excess interest over a lifetime. Car financing? That $390 a month difference over 40 years is more than $1 million. Not knowing your number, 10 to 15% untracked spending is $30,000 to $80,000 over 20 years. One 401k raid, $16,000 to $40,000 in lost compounding, plus the potential tax penalties. And a 10-year delay on starting, $281,000 on just $200 a month. Add it all together, and the total lands somewhere between $600,000 and $1,500,000 in lifetime wealth, not spent on anything, not lost in any market crash, just quietly eroded by habits that felt completely normal. But here's the genuinely good news. You don't need to fix all 7 at once. Fix 1. Fix 2. Each single one changes the trajectory, and each single one is worth 6 figures over the long run.
Here's the real truth about habits. They don't feel like decisions. They feel like the way things simply are. But every one of the 7 habits we talked about today was, at some point, an actual decision, a default choice that got repeated over and over until it became automatic and invisible. And here's the empowering flip side. The exact same thing is true of the replacement behaviors. Automate your savings? That's one decision made once that quietly pays you every single month for the rest of your career. Attack the high-rate debt first? That's one choice that removes thousands of dollars in future interest payments. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to change everything tonight. Just pick the one habit from this list that most describes your current situation and change only that one. Because the momentum that comes from fixing one will naturally carry you toward the next. If this video gave you even one moment of honest recognition, share it. Because one video, one person, one changed habit, and the math on that is everything. Subscribe for a new video every week. I'll see you in the next one.